What's your story?
Got no story.
You told me you get up at 4 in the morning and
I wake up at 4 in the morning every morning. Uh, and I'm able to get the dog a drink of water or something, or let her out. And I come back in and I have a dream from 4 o'clock to around 6. And it's usually
that's one of the longest dreams I ever heard
well,
of.
I don't know how long it is, but that's when I wake up, it's 6 o'clock.
Right.
And it's a frightening dream sometimes. But I'm not afraid. I just feel a little tense because I'd been in this dream before.
Can you share that dream with?
No.
You have to. See, you bring something up, then you got to talk about it.
Well,
Give me the clean version.
Well, there's good guys, good people and bad people in it. And somehow I'm playing the guitar and,
Oh my
and
God.
emceeing, and
Are there former or past television people in this dream?
nobody I know.
Okay.
Well, once in a while, somebody will pop in. But I have no idea what it's about or what it has to do with, because what's in the dream has never happened to me.
Right.
So, but it's frightening.
Do you dream all the time? Every night?
It's hard to
I don't really dream that much.
remembering if I dream every night.
Correct.
Is the
And then
difficulty.
they say dreams are supposed to mean certain things. If you dream of teeth, I think that means you're going to die or something to that effect.
I'll try not to dream of teeth
Well.
anymore. Or teeth?
Now that we're talking about teeth, they have this tradition here at KPAO Community Television Station. Welcome, it's episode.
Is that where we are?
Yeah.
Hi.
At least he remembers. His age, you never know. So they had this tradition here that's called Tootsie Rolls. And after every one of my shows, In Focus or whatever, when I leave the building, I just reach into this big see-through plastic and I grab a handful of Tootsie Rolls and I put them in my pocket.
To warm them up and soften them.
No, I'm getting to that. It's like my victory meal. Well, you know who comes in recently and starts complaining. Jesus Christ, they're too hard. I'm going to lose a cap in my tooth.
Another one.
Is there any way that we can soften them up? And of course, I'm sitting there going, what the hell's his problem? They're Tootsie Rolls.
Put them on my arms.
So.
They're Tootsie Rolls. They're not all-day suckers. You're supposed to be able to chew them and enjoy them.
I enjoy them whether they're hard or soft. And because of what you said, I make sure when I eat them, I don't eat them around the caps in my teeth.
That's a good idea.
So, with that being said, before the bald one
Thank you
came
for being with us.
Before
We'll
the
see you
bald
next
one
week.
came in today, guess what was sitting on your chair?
A Tootsie Roll. A fresh bag?
So I hit him because I thought we could do a little bit with it.
This is the first thing I've ever received for doing all these shows.
And if you believe that, he'll tell you another one.
A big bag of Tootsie
Hey,
Rolls.
it's not big enough.
Come on. Wow.
Now,
Party size.
yeah, is that going to be good enough for you, or is that going to break your teeth too?
I'll let you know as soon as I open it up.
See, when you're the star, you get things. When you're the moi, forget it. We just show up.
I think a storm's blowing
I
out
think I
there.
just heard some thunder myself.
I saw some very, very frightening clouds when I came in.
But I noticed when I came in, and I actually took some pics.
Can't open it. Can't eat it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
There's only one.
You took some pictures?
There's only one.
You took some pictures of the approach
Not
to
of
the
you,
store?
that's for sure. I took some pictures because you'd break the camera. Because there was a hole in the clouds and the sun was shining through. So I took a couple of pictures. I looked at them before you came. I didn't like them. They didn't work, so I erased them.
You were inspired to take those pictures.
Yes, I was.
And frightened.
No, the frightening part is sitting to my right.
Let me turn my phone off just in case I get a call.
So what do you know there, big dog? It's been a while.
I don't know. I was thinking about that for the last couple days, knowing I was going to be here. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about
He's got that grin. When he gets that grin, you know something's coming.
the politics of the last
Oh my gosh! Sooner or later, it
10 or
was
12 years.
inevitable.
Not just him,
Right.
but 10 or 12 years, and how you are able to separate the truth from the non-truth.
Well, listen,
I don't know how to do it anymore.
you've heard me tell this before on this show and other shows. I honestly don't know who to believe.
No, I don't. No, nobody does.
So, where's the truth? My brother recently said, "Common sense, JJ," my oldest brother. "Common sense, use your common sense." Well, common sense tells me,
It's an uncommon virtue.
except in this room. But I'm just really not sure what to believe. So I'm not going to espouse my beliefs because I don't know if they're rooted in truth.
You can't. You can't. I see things on the various medias that are there now, and I agree with them, or it scares me to death. And I say, I'm not going to talk to anybody about this because that would indicate that I believe at least some of it, and I don't.
Do you remember the days when you had to have two sources?
Oh, before you went on the air with the
Correct.
story,
Do you
yeah,
remember those days?
yeah,
They're long gone.
I know. Now all you need is a rumor or the sound of rain, whether it's really raining or not.
And it ain't raining men, that's for sure, because we're old men. The whole media thing is just, it's got me in a tizzy. And of course, when you get on social media, sometimes I actually type a response.
Could you be on the air today?
And then I take it off because I don't want to be lambasted. I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to be labeled. So I just sit back in the stands when it comes to all this criticism and watch and read. No,
Did you hear a siren? I thought I heard a
no,
siren.
that's in your head.
Would
Because,
you be on TV? I wouldn't.
oh, I think I would, especially now when I watch the young kids. But what we have to understand is that we were those young kids at one time. So
Yeah, but you had a feeling then that the
Yeah.
information you were getting and passing on was at least similar to
yeah,
the
but we
truth.
come from the generation. I was afraid to steal a stick of gum, weren't you? I was afraid I'd be arrested and thrown in jail for any little thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Just
But so many people buy into it and they believe what people are saying, and I'm like, my own free will, I don't know. So I just keep quiet and observe. I don't know the truth anymore. I really don't.
this is going to be our Sounding Like Old Men podcast, right?
Well, it's true.
Let's talk about the traffic, the way people drive.
Well, I'll tell you what, the way it's raining out here, you ever feel like the roof's going to cave in?
I hope not. The way people drive, it boggles my mind.
Well, politics drives me crazy, and it's always going to boggle my mind.
Yeah, but people driving, you see that every day.
Yeah.
I don't hear about politics every day.
Well, as I've talked about before, I used to live in Midtown Manhattan in New York City many years ago. And there you expect the traffic. You expect everybody to be screaming at each other and darting in and out, and cabs, et cetera, et cetera. I left my car in Baltimore. Here, you don't expect it. But I've told people time and time again, the worst drivers I've ever experienced are in Omaha.
Not that I have anything against pickup trucks. Please,
Ah,
pickup truck.
oh, here we go.
If it's your life's desire and
Correct.
you have achieved it finally, please enjoy your pickup truck. But they scare me to death.
Right.
Even the new ones.
Two stories on pickup trucks. I think I've talked about this before. You ever seen the show Cars, the movie Cars?
Mhm.
When Lightning McQueen's in the field and Mater, get her done. He's messing with him. And what's that combine that's catching up to him? What's he called? What's his name? Frank. So Mater goes, there's Frank. Well, every time a pickup truck or somebody gets behind me, I'll look in my mirror and go, there's Frank. And they are not going to make me move. For me, it's a mental thing. It's like, move. And I'm like, I'm not moving. And then finally, I like to see how many miles it takes before they say, F it. And they go around me. And then when they go by, I go like this. I don't give them the time of day. That's true.
If I had thought that this would set you off like that, I would
Oh,
mention.
another story. A former state cop told me. A former state cop. He has in the past pulled over pickup trucks in winter weather. They don't know how to back it up. The drivers don't know how to put it in four-wheel drive and back it out of a ditch or wherever. And I'm like incredulous. I'm like, you mean to tell me you've pulled people over in pickup trucks in bad weather, winter weather, and they don't even know how to drive the truck? He goes, yeah. So I think it can be anybody, not just pickup trucks, but I just do think that it's bad today. How many times have we talked about stop signs? You could litter the whole city with traffic tickets for people who run through stop signs. I see it all the time.
It's not a law. It's a advice. It's
not a law.
It's an encouragement to stop. It's not, because if it was a law, people would stop.
It's a law. Now, see, I don't know. I don't know if you're
stop, and then underneath it, if you feel like
it. Well, now nobody feels like it because I see it all the time, and I literally start laughing. I'm like, my God.
Well, you know what their reasoning is? It's a T section, the street, and then the street comes up to it like this, and then it doesn't go through. And they sit there and they look both ways. There's no one coming, so they just slide right through and go.
Well, we used to call that a California stop.
Until they run into somebody who thinks exactly like they do.
That's right.
And then you have two guys arguing and yelling at each other. You didn't stop. I did stop. No, you didn't. You didn't stop. No, I stopped.
Oh, and then what happens? And then it escalates. People get out of the cars and they start fighting. And
road rage.
Yes. And you say to yourself, what's happened to this world? What's going on?
I don't know. In other business, let's talk about something pleasant. Anything pleasant happened to you in the last?
No, I gotta be honest with you, man. I auditioned for a play and I stunk and I didn't get it. And
what was the play?
I'm not saying I prepared for it more than anything. You ever want something and not get it? You ever want something so bad and you just Give me a for instance.
A play. I wanted to roll in a play. Yeah,
we talked about it. So I prepared literally for over a month. I really did. I researched it, everything. And then, Dave, theater, like life, is about choices. You make choices. So I made the choice, and I've made good choices in the past and bad choices in the past. Good auditions, bad auditions were ones that just don't pan out. So I went into the room with the choices that I made, and I stunk. And I had that voice. You ever had that voice inside of you talking to you as you're doing it, and I'm saying to myself, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I got through it. I did okay, but I left the room. As soon as I got done, I went, I've done that 20 times better than that. I was kind of in a bad mood. And the person goes, oh, that was really good. And I want, everybody says that.
Okay,
I can't tell you. So I didn't get it. I can't.
Tell me the character. About the character.
I can't, but I'm really disappointed. Not in them, but in myself. I didn't, but that's life. You don't go unbeaten in life. You lose some. I lost that one.
So your therapist told you to come on TV.
I don't have a therapist. Right? I think we could all use therapy. But I'm a person that I think mentally, I'm not Dave Weber. I haven't lived a charmed life, at least publicly. At least publicly.
It's not all.
I've had a tough road, career, travels, fired all over the place, minor league. I feel like I'm tough. I take the blow, and then I get back up as he's infatuated with this microphone.
I got to think of something.
Oh, come on. Come on.
I took the blows and did it my way.
That's right, Frank Sinatra, baby. Yeah. Give me one of your stories.
I have no problem with your stories at all. I've auditioned for deals I didn't get. I got more of them than I didn't get.
Yeah, well.
But that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah. And you learn from it. At least you think you do. And here's another thing. Maybe, and you can help me here, maybe the way I see myself and the way others see me are two different things. What do you think?
Oh, of course.
because I don't see myself as approaching 70. I see myself as 50, 60. I got more energy than half the people I know. But yet, I think that comes into play.
When those two things match, how you see yourself and how others see you, that's when you find happiness.
Right. Well,
You're not disappointing people.
well, I'm going to be honest with you. It's still a blessing and a curse, as I've said on the show before. I'm still searching. It depends on the day. But you learn. I learned from it. I take the blow. I was disappointed for like a couple of days. But here's another thing.
Why don't you call when something like
No,
that happens?
I can't. Here's another thing. The next day, I'm down in the dumps. I'm at the store with my wife. And some guy out of the blue says, "Didn't you used to be on TV? Aren't you J.J. Davis? You used to cover my son at Gross High School when he played baseball, et cetera, et cetera." And all of a sudden I'm like this, and I went, "Really?"
Yeah.
And I looked
And you're J.J. Davis again.
and I went, "Thank you."
Well,
Now, there's got to be some type of higher power or
no,
something.
that's a blessing.
I just felt like somebody was trying to tell me it's okay, JJ.
Of course, it's a blessing.
And my wife said to me later, she goes, "Isn't it funny how when you try out for things or things don't go your way, somebody always seems," and I'm thinking to myself, man, that was 20 years ago, man. But yet, every now and then, people still remember, and I needed that at that time.
Everybody needs it.
Yeah,
Not all the time, because you get.
right. Well, you probably get it all the time. I
Yeah,
don't.
well, no. But
Here's- What? Say it.
I've learned over the years and I'm a little older than you are. I've learned over the years that you can accept things like that, and accept being somebody not knowing who you are. Accept that too.
Oh, yeah.
It's all the same.
I don't care. What I did was for love of the game. I didn't do it for adoration and
You
recognition.
did it for money,
I didn't make any money. You did.
and then there wasn't any
Come
reason for
on,
you to
you
do it.
made money.
Then there wasn't any reason for you
No,
to
I
do
did it for love of the game. I took any job I could get. You show up at K-Meg in Sioux City, bang, you're sitting there waiting to go to lunch, and the guy says, "Try this." Next thing you know, you're a legend. You're in the Hall of Fame.
That's
Me,
why.
I had to beg for jobs.
That's why I don't advise young people on how to get into television or radio, because I just stumbled backwards and fell in the chair.
Yeah, but you have something that you can't teach. You have a certain warmth. Me, I always had it, but I wanted it so bad. I got in my own head, as we say in acting. It took me decades to just get out of my head and find JJ. You were Dave Weber right off the bat, baby.
I suppose I was maybe closer to Dave Weber than you were to JJ.
Much closer.
But that's just because I had a lot of young success being Dave Weber.
I also think that your folk singing, your singing, helped you because it
Of course.
helped you overcome your fear
Of
being
course.
in front of people,
Of
et cetera,
course.
et cetera. I always used to say, "Oh man, that guy sucks. That woman sucks." And then I got on camera in Spokane, Washington, audition tape in Baltimore, 78. I was scared to death. You, natural. That's what I think.
The problem is,
What's the problem?
I forgot what I was going to say when you said that just a couple of seconds ago.
That's another thing. You ever forget what you're going to want to say and you automatically think, "Oh my God, something's wrong. I might have."
But I fake it pretty good.
Well,
I like the idea that I had success early, whatever success is. It wasn't making money. It was making my mom happy that I sang songs for her. Because her brother had just died in the war,
right.
who played guitar and sang for her all the time. And she'd missed that so much. And when I'd come home to visit after getting a job out here, she'd always make sure I had the guitar. And she had a little list of songs she wanted me to sing. And that made her happy. And if you can, that's the whole audience camera thing. The camera is one person,
Right.
and you're performing for that one person. You're connecting with that one person.
Right.
Some people can't do that. Some people have to have someone who they know, and maybe that's an advantage to them. But they can't look at a cold camera with a lens and pretend it's a person. You have to be able to do that.
Can you tell in general when you get around people if they are themselves or if they're acting, putting on a facade?
It's like looking through the water at fish. Can you see the fish? Yeah. Are they bigger than they really are in the water? They look a little bigger, or they look a little smaller. Yes, but they're fish. Yes, you can tell.
And if you believe that one, we'll tell you another one. You can, I can. But I have it.
You have to start out with parameters according to who the person is or what you're talking
Oh, so you go into your meeting with whomever. Well, what about if people come up to you off the street you don't know? Because I'm sure you've had that happen all the time.
all the time.
I don't.
They all come up and say, you know, what do you think about that? And then I say to myself, why are they asking me this? Oh, because I was on TV.
Correct.
And then they come up and they say, hey, boy, what a stretch of bad weather we had. How did you guys do it at the station? How'd you figure out it was going to be? And they think I did the weather. And I say, hey, the weather's easy. You just open the window, you look out.
But see, that's
I've said that more
that's the
times
beauty
than
of
not.
you, though. You or yourself. Too many other people act. They put on a facade. When I get around certain actors, they're always acting. I want to go, don't act, just be yourself, will you? My problem is I'm myself too much. I talk too much.
No, if I thought you talked too much or were a jerk, do you think I'd be sitting in this chair
Yes.
doing a show with
Yes, you want to get out of the house.
for a bag of Tootsie Rolls? Do I get the whole bag?
You
No.
could eat whatever you want because I know when we leave.
Let's keep them here.
Yes, they can be our own little thing. We can put them behind the
But
chair.
let's open the bag before we leave.
Yes, so you don't lose your teeth. That really happened
That really did happen.
because now when I eat them, I think of that every
I bit down and I open up to chew, and what the hell is that? Oh my God!
Well, every time I eat them or something, I think of you and I try to be careful because I don't want my two fillers caps to come out.
I told my dentist. He said, "How'd this happen?" I told him, and he goes, he gets this little smile on his face. I call it the Tootsie Roll smile, or the what was the sucker, the all-day sucker that was
Tootsie Pop.
no, it was the all-day sucker, all Tootsie Roll, but it was in about that long and had a stick, and you get it at the beginning of
Sugar Daddy.
no, you get it at the beginning of a movie, a double feature for kids on Saturday, and it would last the whole double feature.
Gosh. Now you were patient enough that you didn't bite into it.
You couldn't. It was like a rock. It was like an old Tootsie Roll, hard as a rock, and you could, dare I say, suck on it. You could do that, and it would last you the whole
Okay.
double feature.
Let's lament about the good old days. I can still remember playing baseball down the park. You know, sun up to sundown.
Scrub.
And we would go to the store called Highs, and we'd go through these woods, Loch Raven in Baltimore, and we'd get a can of Coke that you see in machines.
Can.
It was or a bottle, either way, and it was 25 cents. Now you're going to tell me something cheaper than that,
Can.
but now you go buy these machines, and I see they're like $1.
Candy bars, $2.75
We're stuff for a penny. Remember
for a big Snickers.
Remember Fireballs? You could get Fireballs for a penny.
You could get chum gum
Yeah.
for a penny, a 5-pack of chum gum.
I love now
It's horrible gum, but
well, that's baseball card gum. Remember with the dust on it,
Oh,
and
God.
the powder.
and
But you didn't care; it was yours.
if it got old,
It's all
broke in your mouth.
But here's the thing. I mean, I'm getting chills. It was yours. It was a baseball. You didn't care how it tasted. And then about 10 minutes later, you did.
Oh.
But
It didn't last very long. You know,
but you loved it because it was yours.
the quality of gum droppeth like the rain, like the gentle rain from heaven. It is twice blessed.
Yeah.
The quality of gum, good gum, stays tasty and good for several hours.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you know we've dropped to new lows when we're talking about pontificating about gum.
Cheesy gum
Jeez.
loses its flavor in 5 minutes. And that's why you have to take another stick and put it in. Add to it. I'm telling
Do
you.
you chew gum to chew gum, or do you chew gum to eat gum?
Oh, no, no, no. Never swallow gum.
Really?
No.
Oh, come on, man. I did as a kid.
Well, you could say that about any.
What about Bazooka? Remember Bazooka?
I love bazooka.
Remember the comic days? You get those little comics, and it was all waxy, and you'd
Pud.
look at it.
Pud,
That's right.
the fat kid.
Right. But see, here's the thing: when you're a child, you don't care. It's yours. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It's yours. You cherish it.
You really felt that way about it?
Yes, I did. I remember one time I got a box of baseball cards, a whole box, because usually you'd get one pack, for like 5, 10 cents, and you'd get them all out, and they'd all be like the Washington Senators. Because Eddie Brinkman, I always remember Eddie Brinkman, because I never got Orioles or your favorite team.
Why would they print 8 billion Eddie Brinkman
I don't know.
and one?
Or maybe Dick McAuliffe or whatever, but it was always the players that you did not want. So one time I remember I went down to the bottom of this church parking lot across the street to a store, and I bought a box. I had I forget, $5 or $10, and I had like 10 packs. And I remember I sat there on the curb, just excited to rip open each pack, thinking I'm going to get some Orioles, and these are mine. I mean, that was a big deal to me, and I still remember it to this day. And you don't.
It's like, yeah, I do remember that.
And put them on our bikes.
I had a great. Well, we'll put them on if they were good cards.
Yes, you did.
If they were bad, you put
Right.
them with a.
You put the Eddie Brinkmans on there.
You put them with a close
Close. You're right.
right in the
Yes.
spoke, so it. Brrr.
Yes.
Yeah. The bad cards, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Because you usually get doubles or triples. Remember those days?
Oh, I had great collection. And when I went overseas, my mom threw them all away.
Oh my!
And the comic books. Oh, I had all the comic books.
I have boxes of cards now in my closet, just from the 70s and 80s.
Did you go through them
All
recently?
my travels around the country, I'd go into a store, and if I was driving someplace, or I'd get a box. I'd get a pack just for the hell of it. Now I've got them all, and they're sitting in boxes. But
Trying to find a rookie.
yes, remember? Well, that's a song for another day. I hope you've enjoyed our
Oh my gosh, the time's gone by so quick.
latest gum-filled edition.
We're so glad we had the time together.
Carol Burnett, he's not, but he once did play a cleaning person. So we'll be back with episode 8 coming up.
my
Hope you've enjoyed it.
That's a whole life.
The Legend and the Journeyman. Can't you tell? See you next time.